Operational risk has been defined by the Basel Committee. Operational risk has been defined by the Basel Committee on Banking Supervision as the risk of direct or indirect losses resulting from inadequate or failed internal processes, people and systems, or from external events. The reason for the heightened interest in operational risk over the last decade and a half may be attributed to A. The exponential increase in the use of information technology by banks and other financial asset companies. B. Globally interconnected markets and institutions resulting in payment and settlement systems that function 24/7. C. Collapse in the last decade or so of several large institutions such as Barings, Sumitomo, Kidder Peabody, etc. Incidentally, the cause and effect of these failures have been extensively documented and may be found on the internet. Operational risk also has an indirect or an exclusion definition. Anything that is not classified as credit risk or interest rate risk or foreign exchange risk is classified as operational risk. Hence, another name for operational risk is catch-all risk. In football parlance, operations risk is also referred to as the goalkeeper risk. This stems from the fact that in a game of football, the defense is built around the halfbacks and the fullbacks. Should all of them fail in their role to defend, the onus is on the goalkeeper to marshal all resources at his command to prevent the ball from going past him into the goal. So in the context of risk management, managing credit risk, interest rate risk and foreign exchange risk, etc. are akin to the halfbacks and the fullbacks in a game of football. Operational risk is akin to the goalkeeper. Now let's look at classification of operational risk events. Unlike other risks encountered by banks and financial asset companies, operational risks are pervasive, very complex and dynamic, and embedded virtually in all its business processes. From a classification perspective, operational risk events are seen as being either exogenous or endogenous. In other words, they can be triggered by factors that are internal to the institution or endogenous factors, or by factors outside the institution's control, which are known as exogenous factors. A broad category of endogenous contributors to operational risk include internal fraud, financial transactions not reported, forgery, misappropriation, embezzlement, etc. Employee practices and workplace safety. Employees who have been terminated or who have resigned could engage in activities that could result in a financial loss or serious embarrassment to the institution concerned. Organized activities by employees' unions that could impair the institution's performance. Personal accidents and injury to employees or customers inside the institution's premises. Disruption to the normal conduct of business caused by failure of computer hardware or software, data communication network, power supply, etc. Failure in execution, delivery, and process management. This could include data entry and accounting errors, access control violations, poor collateral management, etc. Clients, products, and business practices. This would cover breach of customer privacy, insider trading, money laundering, willful violation of guidelines, so on and so forth. That was a list of endogenous contributors to operational risk. Now let's look at the exogenous contributors to operational risk. This would include external fraud, I mean acts of forgery by the institution's customers, hacking of computer resources by unidentified external entities, damage to physical assets such as property, information technology assets, etc., due to natural disasters, terrorist attacks, so on and so forth. Some very recent trends in operational risk events, which probably didn't exist a couple of decades ago, warrants a lot of attention. First of all, outsourcing. Most banks and financial asset companies have been increasingly outsourcing several functions such as 24/7 operations of the data center and communications network, replenishing cash in the ATMs, etc. Remember, these tasks are consequently handled by persons who are not full-time employees of the company and hence carry several appending operational risks. More importantly, we've created, thanks to technology, virtual institutions. Most banks and financial asset companies process transactions electronically on a 24/7 basis when most of the employees of the bank are fast asleep, which brings with it a host of issues such as security, privacy, hacking, etc. So more virtual the institutions become, more the operational risk. Major operational risk events over the last 2 decades have been caused by what is popularly referred to as rogue traders in the treasury and dealing rooms in large banks and financial asset companies. A behavioral study conducted not so long ago points to the following traits in the rogue trader. Such rogue traders have some inborn personality traits. The trader's learning experience and big gains, particularly very early in his or her career. Massive financial rewards and incentives for achieving very stretched profit goals that are set by top management. These rogue traders are not always criminal-minded, but circumstances and mega incentives could turn them into rogue traders.